And you mentioned that you got into voice acting because someone approached you outside and said that you had a good voice.
Well, how do you explain this? Let's see. So I'm at work every weekend doing weddings, and the people that I talk to, they hear me speaking, and they've always said, you have a really smooth, nice voice. And of course, I love to do character voices. One of my favorites is Donald Duck when I go, and they just love it.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Goofy. Oh.
Perfect for
Hi, hello,
weddings.
Kermit the Frog. Yeah, hello, my name's Mickey Mouse. Hello. Things like that. And people hear me doing these things and they think, wow, he's got a really unique talent. You should do this for a job. And I'm like, yeah. I never really thought about it, but I've always liked to consider myself like Robin Williams was, or Hank Azaria, where you can do all these different voices, man. You want to talk like a little Mexicano, si, senor. You just switch your voice up here and there. And when I'm talking to people, I do this, and with my children especially, I do this all the time. And people get a kick out of it. And I thought, well, maybe if I can make money doing that, that would be great. But it turns out that I'm not as good as all the other people out there are. There are people so much better at this, doing voice characterizations. I mean, I do it, but I'm not professional level. And I found that my niche is more of the narrator, the internet video speaking to the audience about financial information. Did you know that in Wall Street today, the Dow stock, things like that?
Yes.
I have that straight, easy to understand tone with no accent whatsoever, as long as they believe that I'm a Native American speaker. Because like I said, I've been told that you're not an American. Actually, one of my comments came back and they said, you're actually German, aren't you? You don't speak English as a natural Native American speaker. And I'm like, well, I'm half German, but I'm not German. I mean, das ist ja, ich bin sprechen Sie Deutsch, ja. I can speak a little German, yes, because I was raised that way. But, wow, to be told that you're not a Native American speaker or a Native English speaker was such a shock to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And so that's my niche, is that narrator, infomercial, webinar, e-learning, where you're talking to the client or the video listener or whatnot and saying, this is how this is done. So if you want to insert slot A to slot B, then slot C will fit together nice and easy, in this nice, easy, friendly tone. And that's pretty much where I've been directing my efforts towards when it comes to voice acting, when it comes to voice characterizations. Like I said, I've done 2 games now, and I keep applying for more games because I'd love to be in a game. Someone's playing this game and they're listening to that voice, and I'm going, haha, that's me, that's my voice. In fact, there's 2 of them out there right now. One's called Cyber Ops, and it's online now. You can play it through Steam.
Okay.
And I'm one of the characters in that game. And then there's another one is from Domini Games. It's out of Russia. Actually, that one does not get released until Christmas of this year, and it's a Christmas-themed game. But that's something I always wanted to do as a child, is to do voices.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Especially, to work in sort of an area where you're with like a creative team, say in video games.
Right.
To me, is so much more rewarding, and I'd love to hear about people working in sort of that industry and things like that. It's really interesting.
Well, yeah, because it's the kind of thing that's going to live on forever. That game is going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So that means your voice is going to go from one generation to the next generation, as long as if it's a popular game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were the voice of Luigi, wow, just think about it. How many generations have listened to Luigi or Mario?
Yeah. An insane amount.
Yeah, exactly. So if you were, like one of my idols, of course, was Mel Blanc. He's the voice of Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Sylvester, Tweety Bird. He does all the voices. There's one man that has hundreds of different voices. Yosemite Sam, suffering thuckatas. I thought I put it that. Yeah, what up, Doc? You know, I mean, this is a man that was so multi-talented. One man did all these different voices. And I met the man once when I was a child. And I was just so impressed by listening to the way he could change his voice like that. I just thought, man, I want to do that. I wish I could do that. And so I always kept trying to learn new voices and new characters.
Wow, yeah, I never realized it was just a single man doing all those voices.
Yeah, Mel Blanc is the only voice for all Looney Tune characters. Yeah, if you ever watch a Looney Tune cartoon, at the very end, it'll say voiced by Mel Blanc, and that's it.
And that's it.
That's it. That's
it.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. He does everything. And it was just, I thought, wow, that's amazing that one person can do that. I mean, there's not very many people in the world that can do that.
Yeah.
Robin Williams was one of those people. He was so talented, you know. And I really respected his work. And Hank Azaria works with The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does a lot of the voices
Yeah.
for The Simpsons now. And these are people that just have that natural talent to be able to change their voice and do so many different characters. And I always thought, wow, if I could do that for a living, that would be fantastic. But I'm finding out that I'm good, but I'm not that good.
It takes a lot to get there.
Oh, yes, it takes, I mean, it's a craft. It's not just, you know, whim. You got to practice and learn and practice and really work at your craft. It's just, somebody once told me when I got into this voiceover acting, it's acting. It is acting. It's just like an actor on a TV or a movie. Your voice is the action. This is how you relate to your audience, is how you can inflect happiness or sadness or fear, everything that, you know, comes through your voice. And that's the same with characters.
Yeah, exactly the same. I've noticed that in some, you know, aspiring voice actors, that they may focus on doing a particular voice, but they might forget about the acting side of it.
Right.
So it's like it has like a character's accent, but there's no real character coming through, and it, you know, falls flat. I've definitely seen a few of those things.
Yeah, you kind of forget that you're actually the character itself. You forget about the actual acting. You're just doing the voice. Well, if you're just doing the voice, then, you know, a lot of people could do that. But to actually become that character, this is a difficult part. I mean, I'm trying to learn that as a voice actor. I keep applying and trying for more game voices. I just can't seem to find the right niche when it comes to that. But I'm not going to stop trying. I'm going to I'm going to keep trying to improve my voice and improve my style and just get better at what I do.
Well, there's plenty of different games. I'm sure you will find one.
Oh, exactly. I mean, and this is something that I can do for the rest of my life. As long as my voice is still moving and I can talk, I can do this forever and ever and ever. It's the same with as a wedding minister, you know, or celebrant, I should say. I can do this forever. I can do this till I'm 70, 80 years old. There's no real physical restraint. It's just whether or not can I speak that long. I love to speak.
Well, it's very very reassuring to sort of have that, you know. I don't know if I call it security, but
no, there's no security, that's for sure.